got chicken, ducks, and roosters on the farm. I'm just speeding backwards, snoozing the alarm. Johnny ate the grass, he's moving on a bong. Gypsy blisters never sing for long. I hope I'm not wrong, I hope I'm not wrong. I hope I'm not wrong, I hope I'm not wrong. I hope I'm not wrong, I hope I'm not wrong. I hope I'm not wrong, I hope I'm not wrong.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey.
That's my cup. That's literally my cup.
This is your cup.
Do you want that to be your cup?
Yes. Why?
Why? You wouldn't be embarrassed?
Just assume that I would, like that this would be your cup. Like,
because it's clearly my cup.
No, it's not. I won it in a raffle
for me.
No,
for actually me.
But
you're not going to take that out in public.
You weren't even there.
That doesn't matter. You wouldn't take that out in public. I would. So I don't understand why you have an issue.
It's my cup. Thanks. It's just large.
It's the biggest cup I've ever seen.
Yeah. Ever.
Wow. Are you okay?
I'm great.
Doing good?
I'm doing great. Welcome back to the Pookie on the pod.
Pookie on the pod.
Pookie on the pod for the first time since the beginning. The wall's looking way different.
Way different. You're not behind the camera tonight.
Last time I was on the pod, dude, this wall was normal.
Just giving impoverish. I have a bobby pin stuck in the back of my head.
Didn't even know it was there?
No, I knew it was there, but it like got caught in my pony.
I thought you were just saying that you were like scratching your head and you just found
that has happened to me multiple times. I'll go piss, bobby pin in the toilet. I
wonder what the male version of that is. Is it like
pubes?
You're like scratching your balls and like your keys are in there. You're like, the fuck?
That would be disgusting.
That's never happened. It was.
Y'all's is probably more like beard hair, probably.
It's so weird to be right here. Like,
why?
I don't know. It's just like, you know, when you sit in the passenger seat of your car and somebody else drives for the first time.
Oh yeah, and you feel like they're gonna wreck your vehicle. I actually know exactly what that feels like. Like
that, but also just like you're just out of place. Like you're just like, oh well, I don't normally sit here.
Yeah, it's like even when you take a shower with somebody for the first time in a long time, and you're like, I don't like this very much. It's like very.
You've taken a shower with somebody and then gone a long time and then took a shower with them again. Oh, okay. I get
you know what I mean? Yeah, like it's like, oh, you're used to showering by yourself and then you shower with someone and it's like, ugh.
It's frustrating.
Very. Unless like the shower's big.
Unless you're rich. Then it's a big ass shower. Yeah.
Or like in like a little walk-in.
Oh yeah.
Like a walk-in cooler. Have you ever taken a bird bath? Like a hoe bath. Like an actual genuine hoe bath.
Like in a sink.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I think a hoe bath is meant because you're gonna go sleep with someone and you have to freshen up.
You know what's crazy is when I was a kid, like I hated the shower so much that like
ew, why?
I would go into the bathroom and I would turn the shower on
and not get in,
and then I would hoe bath.
Ew, that's demented.
But like it was.
What's the point?
Because of time, like you can.
You're a kid. You have all the time in the world. You are literally actually on no schedule.
It's FOMO, dude. Like you feel like like you know that like you only need to watch 3 parts of your body, but like drying off takes too long, and like so you can just. Pits, balls, back of the ears, and then dry off.
You weren't washing your butt?
Well, balls and butt are like, you know, that's like...
You probably stunk so bad when you were a kid. Like, I feel like you gave musty as fuck.
I was musty as a
sure.
child.
Like, you seem like in middle school you reeked.
That's like such an insult, honestly. Like,
don't put the baddie there. She does not want to be next to you. I'm kidding, she does.
Me and Shorty just like...
What's her name? I forgot that one's name.
Me and Miss Waukesha Gill.
Oh, Waukesha. Her name's Waukesha?
Waukesha. What's that song by Moneybagg Yo?
Oh, yeah. It's something she called me.
It's basically just a grown man making a sing-along song about how he's addicted to lean.
Really?
I mean, isn't that what he's doing?
I don't know. I feel like a lot of them are doing lean. Or drinking lean.
Doing lean that's like saying doing weed.
Yeah. They're like on the lean thing. Lean with it raw. What is lean again? You described it.
Lean is promethazine mixed. It starts with Sprite. No, it's lean. Like the substance is a cough syrup that mixes promethazine and codeine syrup. So,
like ones you get from the hospital. I actually had one of those.
I think it's just a cough medicine.
I got it because I had COVID.
Yeah, and there's other ones like there's just codeine syrup, which is like. No promethazine, so it has a different feeling. And then there's like promethazine syrup, which is like the green syrup, and that like has a completely different high.
But isn't it purple?
I think don't quote me, but like I know for a fact that just promethazine syrup is usually green.
Okay.
And then like lean, which is the mix, is usually purple. And I also think that codeine syrup by itself is purple too. But the thing is that like codeine promethazine is like a darker color because it's purple, but then they add green into it, so it almost goes like brown. And it's like I think that's why they call it mud. Again, I sound like such a white guy right now. Holy shit! But I think that's what it is.
Yeah, because I feel like every time I've seen lean, it's like a purple drink.
Dark purple. Yeah, dark purple. Because codeine syrup, like codeine by itself, is like purple, like Barney purple, because it doesn't have the green, because like they're complementary colors. So like promethazine syrup,
and they're drinking it because it makes you like.
Oh yeah. When I was like,
what are they mixing it with?
Sprite and candy.
Oh, like, so that's why they say like that dirty Sprite. Dirty Sprite,
yeah.
Dirty. Like Mexican OT says dirty Sprite.
Yeah, yep, he does.
He says dirty.
Nah, yeah.
So they mix it with Sprite, so it's like a little like a cocktail then. But it gets you like, instead of like drunk feeling, it's getting you like
Wow, we are just whiteifying lean right now. Like I'm like, I think that's why they call it mud. You're like, so it's like a cocktail.
Well, yeah, but I'm just like confused. Like, why would you want to do that? Because it makes you like. I mean, I know how cough syrup makes you feel. Trust. Robitussin and me were locked in.
Yeah, but
Robitussin's different.
Robitussin is like triple C's. It's more of like a weird like mental thing that it does to you. Whereas like,
because like they make lean seem like they're like.
The only way I can ever
hyped.
What? No.
Or not hyped, but they're like.
But you're backwards. It's the opposite. Like codeine, I would say culturally, the drugs that are the closest are Xanax and lean.
Oh, so like it makes you
a Xan head and somebody who sips lean, very similar.
Now what happened now? Because they're always talking about sipping. Now what would happen if you chugged?
I think that's the point, is that when you chug it, it like will make you pass the fuck out, and then like
you can't enjoy the feeling.
So it's one of those drugs where you have to sip it slow, and then you also have to fight through the tiredness. Then you're high. Because like when you take it normally, like when you take two fucking,
you're gone. So
yeah, you take 2 tablespoons, it knocks you out.
Yeah,
and so I think what the purpose is, like if you beat that, like if you stay awake, then you feel fucked up. And so if you're out in public, or you're, you know what I mean, somewhere where you can't just go to sleep.
Yeah, because I always hear like I feel like in music videos and stuff, they're sipping lean, but it's always at a house party.
Right. I also think it has something
like
to do with,
I hardly ever see people just like sipping lean at like Foo Bar in downtown Melbourne. Like, are people really sipping lean like that? I always see it's like a house party, or like, you know.
I think it's more of like a
homemade.
It's a ritual thing. Like they're only gonna do it in certain social settings. People who sip lean. If
you sip lean, please tap in the comments below. DM the pod. Comment below if you're sipping lean and tell us about it. I want to know why you're doing it. How is it feeling? Because I've been seeing it a bunch, and I keep seeing this cutesy purple drink, and we've heard about it for ages.
I think we should. I'm not. I do not.
I mean, yeah, I don't condone sipping lean, but it's like, I mean, the things that are in it are legal. You can get them from a hospital.
I have to take this time to tell all of the listeners, if you haven't seen the interview where Boosie is talking about bringing crack back because fentanyl's killing too many people. Yeah. Just Google the words Lil Boosie, I'm supporting crack. I'm
promoting crack. He's promoting it.
Crack, I'm promoting it. That's got to be one of the best.
But I feel like I've been hearing about people sipping lean for ages.
It was definitely big. A$AP Rocky like made it huge back like when I was a kid. It's been a thing. Like in Houston, they've been talking about sipping purple since the 80s. You know what I mean? Like
I wonder who figured that out.
3-6 Mafia.
Or I guess I'm assuming it's like from taking the cough syrup, like actually for what it's diagnosed for, and then you're like, whoa, I like how this feels.
It's a really like how in Florida Xanax was such a culture for like a little while, like down in South Florida. Lean in Texas is huge. Like you hear like Big X still talks about it heavy to this day.
He sips lean?
Oh yeah, heavy.
My God.
And I think a lot of them
probably has to drink
a lot of them are getting sober because like it really will like ruin your life. Like but like Famous Dex, he was really bad off lean, like, and he like had to go to rehab.
Now what's Kodak doing? What is he on?
Oh, that's got to be hard drugs. Like he's probably addicted to Percocet, if you ask me. Like that's just because like
I've seen him on set. It's really not funny at all. I've seen him on several interviews, and he's really not looking too good. Yeah. I mean, he popped
the perk on Kai Cenat.
Yep.
And then the videos came out.
I did a glitch for the Twitch. A glitch for the Twitch. And I love how Kai Cenat watched it. Yo, he's and
Kai's just looking at the chat
Twitch.
like
he's literally looking in the camera.
In his eyes, like, can I get banned for this? Like,
literally. That's so insane.
Yeah. I mean,
and how did he not get in trouble?
How did he not get in trouble for doing that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because it's not, you could just be lying.
Yeah. It could be like a sweet tart or something.
I mean, I bet you their record, like his record label or Kai's management definitely were like, hey, let's probably not do that.
Let's not do a glitch for the Twitch anymore.
Yeah, let's maybe on the paperwork we add in like you can't bring drugs as props. Like that's not
let's not do a glitch for the Twitch. Let's do like a juice for the
But what I've seen from Kodak, like that video of him that when he was in the bathroom and he was rolling up the blunt and somebody called him like a junkie and he was gonna die like DMX. And I was like, I'm not gonna die like DMX.
Someone said that?
Bro, there's a live video of him where he's in a bathroom rolling a blunt and he looks like a crackhead. He's been looking like that lately. It's bad. And he's just like
his eyes get really big and he's skinny.
And he's like zoned out looking at the chat like and then out of nowhere he goes, I ain't gonna go out to like DMX, man. Shut the fuck up. I ain't going out. And he's like twitching.
Yeah, he like does this thing where he like moves and rocks. That's again, so scary.
From what I've experienced, that looks like a pill addiction, like Percocet or like some type of like it could be benzos, it could be anything, but like I just know that like he is not looking right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because he used to be like when he first got out of prison or jail, whichever one he was chunky. In. He was chunk. His hair was long. Music was fire. He's banger after banger after banger, which he'll always drop bangers. You also gotta
remember that's been a thing. Like right now, like what Justin Bieber and like that whole like you're getting caught.
It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking that I'm standing on business, is it?
It's such a. Again, another. What?
It's not clocking to you, is it?
What a time to be alive, where like you can.
I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm really out here like that. It's not clocking to you, is it?
You know what I was thinking about? Like on TikTok where we
which also that's another one that's like, yeah, it's funny that he said that. He's really like something's not okay. Like he's just taking the most up close selfies of him like in the camera and then just being like in Brazil help. Like it's like what the fuck?
But he's a child star, whereas like Kodak.
Oh god, they're so mad. It's
Kodak
so bad.
was like 17 when he started popping off.
Yeah.
And he also was
he's our age. Isn't that insane?
Like a year older than us, I think.
No, he's our age. He's the exact same age as us. He graduated high school the same year. Like, so all the the time that
doesn't make any sense.
100% Google it.
I was like 12 when No Flocking came. Jake, look it up. Oh fuck,
How old is Kodak? Because whenever he was making all those,
but how was I like 12?
And we were the same. We weren't 12. We were like
15.
Yes, we were like 15, 16, and so was he. Isn't that insane? How old is Kodak Black? Okay, Kodak's 28. That's only 2 years older than us, though.
I'm 27 this year, so 1 year older than me. That's
what I mean. So whenever we were 15, he was 17, dropping the bangers. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Like, he's like pretty much the same age as us.
Yeah,
making all that music and stuff.
It makes me feel really old to say that I've been listening to Kodak for 10 years. I mean,
he's been listening to Kodak since he was 10 for 10 years.
I mean, yeah, I'd hope so. Like, I hope he was listening.
I don't know if he's listening lately, but he probably hears some other voices.
That's what I'm saying is like, for me, it's like weird to think about it because like he's a grown ass man. He's been through so many different like.
I know it's like if you're 17 though, that's what's crazy is like you're 17
I just see him as like a young
and you're
rapper.
Making this music about popping knees and shit, sipping lean, and you're 17.
Popping knees?
What does he say? He's like. What does he say? He says a lot of stuff. That's like
popping knees got me.
Like they say like like pop your knee out and stuff like that. Like they're like talking about shooting and killing and sipping lean and
see, I'm thinking like God, I'm such an idiot. I'm thinking like an injury. Like
no, like the songs that he's singing about, and he was only 17. Like No Flockin', he was like 18 years old. How do you know about all that stuff? Yeah, like how do you know to sing that kind of stuff? I mean, smoking broccoli. Like, how are you smoking weed?
Are you serious right now?
Yes. Like, I mean, it's literally so insane.
Wow.
And it's like, I'm over here listening to, let me see your peacock, cock, your peacock, Katy Perry. Yeah. And it's like, how does he know to make that? Who's telling him to sing that stuff? I mean, there's no way that he's like.
Well, when you're like in that, I mean, in the culture, like you.
That's what I mean. Like that's why like stuff like that gets introduced
he's not
so
like a gang
young.
member or anything. It's just
right.
like when you grow up in South Florida in the hood, like it's just. I grew up in Central Florida in the hood. It's not even close to South Florida.
Which I understand that, but it's like, shouldn't we like be promoting like, hey, if you're 17, let's like sing about graduating high school
but
and
that's,
like.
That's the thing though, is that you're talking about like percentages at that point because like there's always a nerd in the hood that makes it out and doesn't do hood shit, but it's not very many. You know what I mean?
Oh, so they made it out though. Rich as hell, all this and that.
I'm saying not by being book smart and be like, I'm not gonna. He glorified his lifestyle in music, and that 100%.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
it's just so crazy.
But that's how all of it happens. Like comedy's the same way. Like they tell you like the best comics in the world are the ones that can like talk about their life, talk about like the things.
Yeah,
and so like. If you can glorify the things that happen to you and, you know, with more trauma comes more content. Like, you know what I mean? It's
just like how is he, that's so insane. And like to have that much, also that's like another thing that I feel like always fucks up everyone is having that amount of money at such a young age. Because when you look at like all of the child stars and all these people that are like Justin Bieber, all of them,
right off
it's like it's not only that, because money is the root of all evil. And I don't care what anybody says about that. That is just the sheer fact, whether you got it from curing cancer and doing good things in the world, or you got it from being a rapper, basketball player, anything at all. Like, not saying that any of that's bad, but whether you're a drug dealer, no matter what, however you acquire money, it's still the root of all evil. And I think that like with the combination of having that mass amount of money so fast at such a young age and being in the limelight and cameras and social media really is like the problem of it all, is social media and money. I mean, that's like, we're not wired that way. We're not wired to like be able to handle all of that for the rest of your life. I mean, you're going to kill yourself or go crazy. Like that's the two things. Yeah. You either commit suicide or you go insane. And go insane is becoming a drug addict, alcoholic, all of that.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I think that's like really what we're seeing, like the repercussions of so much of that, like Lindsay Lohan, Amanda Bynes, Justin Bieber, you know, Kodak. And then you see like people like Drake Bell and Josh Peck and like other people that have really had to go through copious amounts of therapy to not be that way, but they were for a time frame because they like were so young and so small and like they were children and they were they were making so much money at such a young age. Like,
I wonder what it's going to be like for the kids that didn't make the money though, because like it seems like all the childhood
they all have normal lives.
No, but that's the thing though, is they're famous without the money. Like you got to remember, there's like kids out here that have like 500K on TikTok. And they don't make $1 off that shit. Like they don't.
But that's what I mean. They can
don't do TikTok shop. They don't like have ad deals or anything. They just have an abundance of eyes. They act and feel just like Amanda Bynes probably, because even though they're not like in New York on TV, it's like, bro, there's 500,000 people following me. Like they feel like that. They feel, but there's no money behind it or anything. At least with Amanda Bynes and Justin Bieber and like some of the other ones that got, you know,
they made a lot of money.
They had so much money that like now they can, they're depressed and they're stressed out, but it's like, I can just go to Fiji. You know what I mean? Like there's a kid,
but it's like they weren't doing
I'm just
that.
saying, like, think about Long Neck. Like Long Neck got famous when he was 13 years old, like a long ass neck. He's got 600,000-700,000 followers. You know what I'm saying? But there ain't no way he's making any money right now. Like he had brand deals, but that shit fell off. He's not relevant. So it's like,
I don't know. They still are, just from making collabs and like things like that.
You don't stay like super relevant.
Well, yeah, because anybody that goes viral for one thing,
you remember Backpack Kid?
They go viral for like one thing. It's viral for a little bit, and then you kind of fall off.
Imagine his mental health. He literally was the most famous person in the world for a minute or two. Like, you know, for at least a year, everyone knew who Backpack Kid was.
Yeah, and then it's just kind of like,
and then it falls off, and now he's on TikTok talking about jujitsu and like how he doesn't have any money and like how he has like brand deals that are like, you know, he's got
consistent income, but not like you're ballin' rich, you know.
But then you look at the difference between like a kid that was on one season of a sitcom, he gets a small residual. Those normal people, there's people out here that they own a fucking restaurant or something.
Yeah, I mean, look at the whole cast of like High School Musical and stuff like that. I mean, they were children.
Most
you know what I mean?
On to be famous though.
Yeah, but because they wanted to. A lot of them didn't though.
Imagine one of the like backup actors in like The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, like. There's like kids that are on a whole season of a show. They lived in New York. They fucking were famous. They're on a huge like set every day. Like it's early 2000s, so everything's big, right? Nowadays, you can be on a TV show and it's like 2 cameras and a guy named Brad, and like it's not like that big of a deal.
Well, yeah, because that's like our like society is about reality TV, which it's like that's our next segment is Love Island. Like, and that's what's like insane about it, because like I'll fully admit I like documentaries over anything. I like real life stories, but I do like portions of reality TV. I'm not like a big Jersey Shore like kind of fan. Keeping Up with the Kardashians, like it's good and it's entertaining, but it wasn't like my whole thing. I didn't watch hardly any episodes. Like I've only seen like premises and stuff, but like Love Island is a huge example of our generation's Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, Drake and Josh, the Amanda Bynes show. Like obviously we grew up with that and we were children, but now we're moving into like the adult version of that, which is like Love Island and Temptation Island and all of these shows. Like we did, but it's not
Survivor, Big Brother.
Yes, but those are different though, because it's like those aren't they didn't come with social media bullying. Like when you were on Survivor, like that shit was cool. Yeah, like you were getting fans.
People
and
had
like
no idea who you were.
People have no idea who you were, but you were like accomplishing a goal, right? Like now we have like this like trash TV.
They also picked random people. Like now
picked random people.
They pick like famous
it's
people.
It's only hot people, only influencers, like only people that can be away from work and like all this stuff.
All live in LA or New York.
All live in LA and New York, and like
it's like the one person who's not. It's like they're weird.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh, you're from Kentucky? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
but they all still have money in some way.
I hate when you hear them talk like they're normal people. Like, it's some 23-year-old white kid, and he's acting like his life is normal. And he's like, yeah, I used to talk to her when I lived in Miami, and then I bought this flat in New York, and then, like I was in LA for 2 weeks one time, and I saw her there, and it's like, that's not, bro. When you're talking
Have you ever gone without a car for 7 months and had to like, bum rides off of people?
Yeah, what you're talking about is some literal like traveling going on. I have that same experience with women but it's like, yeah, fuck, I saw my ex at like Walmart, and then the other day like I was driving down the road past the preschool or something.
Yeah, I was 2 cars behind him in Burger King.
And you're talking about
like,
plane hopping from LA to New York, like that's a normal.
But yeah, it's like that's the new age thing. It's like reality TV, and like we were talking earlier, and I wanted to talk about this because it's a really interesting topic of like how there have been 3 people that have been on Love Island, whether it be UK, Australia, or USA. They've been on Love Island and have committed suicide. There's been 3 people since the first ever Love Island total to this present day.
Shouts out Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Love you guys. Yeah,
please go to fucking therapy.
Yeah,
I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of hearing about you guys ruining women's lives. And what are you doing?
Just give me a second.
I'm tired of hearing about you guys ruin women's lives and do bad things to yourself and be mean to yourself. So let's work on it. It's okay. There's people to talk to. You don't have to shoot up a school. The children didn't do anything. And seek help.
If you're in a dark place, call 988. National Suicide Hotline is a very short number now. Logic's song is completely irrelevant. That whole phone number doesn't exist anymore. Just call 988.
You know what's so insane? Okay, this isn't funny.
Why did they make the number so long? It should have been like.
But it's not even that. It's like, obviously suicide is not funny. Like I'm not sitting here to laugh about suicide. I'm laughing at the fact that he tried. Like obviously Logic is talented. Yes, is he the most cringiest person besides Joyner Lucas? Absolutely. And the thing, and also Tom McDonald. What's his name?
Tom McDonald's terrible.
Literally the most cringiest people in the world. And he made like I just want to die today. I just want to die. Like, why did you actually have to sing that in a melodic? I just want to die today.
That was one of the most.
I just want to die. Like, what?
That was like one of the.
How about I just want to live today? Like, oh my god, that's insane.
Trying to. I mean, but you listen to hardcore music. They're out there just like.
Well, yeah, but it's meant to be angry.
Of my death.
Yes, if you're going to talk about death and not wanting to live, it should sound evil. But instead, you're over here like, I just want to die today. I just want to die.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, fair enough. But
why are we singing that in a melodic tone over a synth beat?
I also think a 43-year-old man from Wisconsin named Jim going, rotting corpse. I also think that's cringy as fuck. Too. He's literally got gray in his beard. He's been in a band his whole life.
That's who I expect it to come from.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't expect it to come from a melodic over a nice beat that Charlie Puth made. Like, fair. I mean, you're literally working with Pharrell. What are we doing? Yeah. Like, I just want to die today. Who was in the booth with him when he said, I just want to die?
And they were like, Yep,
100%. And we're actually going to layer that and play it a bunch of times. Oh, yeah. You just want to die today. I just want to die. Like, that's insane. And then white people got a hold of it, obviously, because it's made for whites, and they start playing it in bars to house music.
Yeah.
I just want to
like it went crazy. It's got like 1 billion views. It was like the song of that whole year, I'm pretty sure.
That's demonic.
Yeah. You know what's
You're not trying to save people, you're trying to kill people.
I was just gonna say this, but what's crazier is that like 711 or like whatever the traffic, it's like 711 or 611, whatever it is. That has literally been a thing since like the 70s. You could call 711 or whatever. And
yeah. And now it's like 1-800-SUICIDE
hotline was a full 10 digits until like 5 years ago. That's crazy.
But also it's like one of those things. It's like, yeah, I get it. Like if you need to call a suicide hotline, you obviously want to make it accessible, just like 911 is. It's super short because it's an emergency. But also like if you're wanting to call the suicide hotline, you're obviously like putting in the effort. It's more numbers. You know, like it's one of those things. Mental health is it's like our country handles mental health like, you know, Trump handled Stormy Daniels. I mean, it's just like, go into hiding, please.
Yeah.
Just pay the money and let's not talk about it. Yeah. And we have people, I just want to die. Like, that's actually insane. But on a more serious note.
Yeah, on a more serious note, seriously.
Seriously.
If you need help,
yes,
you can call 988. You can DM the pod. We're always available.
Yeah, you can DM the pod. I will say if you do DM the pod, you are speaking to someone who is absolutely psychotic. Yeah. So, you know, I understand it. I just don't know if I'm the best help. I'll try to be, though. But I think
have access to the pod, too. I'll try to catch it first.
Yeah, because I'm like, honestly, have you tried?
Can we take anything seriously? I mean, like,
because if someone's like, oh, I'm not feeling too good about life.
And then went back to fucking around.
If you DM me and say, hey, listen, I'm really struggling. Have you tried a chicken Big Mac? Because really, that saved me from
Have you tried a chicken bake from Costco before? Because I think that might do it for you, brother.
All you need is $1.50.
Yeah.
A hot dog, a dirty dog from Costco with ketchup and mustard and a Diet Coke. Honey.
Yeah.
That is worth living, I will say.
Yeah. 100%.
It is, because the times that I get sad, I'm like, damn, if I really do this, I can never have a dirty dog again in my life.
Yeah.
And preventing a dirty dog in your life, you can't go down that path.
You just clock out from your 9 to 5. You're like, 2 more days till a dirty dog.
Yeah, seriously. Because I have to like limit myself to one dirty dog a week. Because if not, I'll eat 4 hot dogs every day.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm being honest, and I live next door to a Costco,
I'm screwed.
The amount of rotisserie chickens and chicken bakes and Nathan's hot dogs.
I would pull up to Wells Fargo and I'm like, hey, can you check my bank statements? And they go, you actually spent $1.50 more times than any person ever has known to man. The transaction for $1.50 on your bank account is Guinness World Record.
We saw 6 in one day, so we were just like, hey,
we detected suspicious activity. I think they're trying your card too many times. And you know, honestly, what's the most embarrassing is I have tried to get $1.50 worth of a dog and a drink, and my card has declined because I only had $1.10.
You're a liar. No, you've only ever gone to Costco with me. That's not true.
That's not true. I've gone to Costco with a lot of other people before.
Name them, every single one. Go.
I've gone with my grandpa so many times.
And you didn't know, but you didn't eat hot dogs then.
Yeah, I didn't eat hot dogs then. I only got the pizza.
Yeah.
And the chicken bake.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken bake.
Where did we even start? Where did that come from? Where did we even start?
Me. Because I was just like,
because you're hilarious and you come up with everything.
I want a chicken bake. But yeah, Love Island's actually insane. If you're watching Love Island, please comment down below.
Come on.
Well, some people don't watch Love Island.
If 4 people are watching this, 3 of them are watching Love Island.
Are you okay? So how do you feel about Huda? Are you team? Because Jake has been watching Love Island with me every single episode. Don't let him lie to you. Are you team Huda or are you not team Huda? How do we feel about Coulda, Woulda, Shoulda?
I'm not team Huda, and I never have been. And I never
really,
even before she acted crazy and went on the.
You were never for Coulda, Woulda, Shoulda?
No, that plastic ass BBL looking.
She doesn't have a BBL.
Okay, first of all. She might not be plastic at all. She might not have a BBL. She looks like it, and that's weird to me. And
she has rhinoplasty. She got her nose done.
Yeah, all I'm saying is that when you look at her, it doesn't scream natural to me. And I don't even care about her looks. I'm not Team Huda because she crazy as fuck. And Jeremiah's not a great guy either, but she's crazy as fuck. But honestly, you met this motherfucker 4 days ago, and you're like, you fucking, and crying, and the whole crying thing.
But name one girl that hasn't done that. Every single woman has done that. So honestly, if anybody's natural, it's her.
No, there's one each season.
She's mad normal.
Nah, she's a crash out.
all women are crash outs. We've all been there. We've all done it.
She's
obviously,
for no reason crashing out. And then
she has every reason to, especially with what Jeremiah was doing. But obviously, you are on television, and it's the only thing that's kind of is you are a mom, and I would hope that you would behave in a way that you're okay with your daughter watching this eventually. Obviously, they have challenges and stuff that is for adults, clearly. Maybe your daughter won't watch that, and that's fine. But you get to be on Love Island. That's so cool. And then now, if your daughter watches it eventually, it's kind of oh, she's going to be embarrassed. And that's kind of sucks. You know what I mean? You would want it to be a good experience. Obviously, you are allowed to be emotional and cry and get upset. That's the whole point of the show. You're trying to find love, and love comes with a lot of emotions. Anger, sadness, happiness, all of it. But it's kind of you screaming and calling him a bitch and all that stuff. Yeah. It's it's a bit...
It's too... To me, it's you're just way too invested when you've only known...
But honey, if the cameras were off, yes, ma'am. I'm right there with you.
I don't know.
I'm saying, what are you doing?
I just think she's a little bit of a pick me too. She has.
No, you know who's a pick me? In my opinion, Iris is a pick me.
Well, she's
but she's nice though.
New to the thing, so she has to be a pick me.
How do we feel about Andrina, the new bombshell?
She's a Hispanic one, the one with the accent.
Big bunda. When I say bunda, I'm talking bunda. She is the biggest. She is the hardest bombshell Love Island's ever had.
Yeah,
Shorty bad.
She just I like substance. I like people who are different. She's just very average. She's very normal.
That's insane. She's
but
literally
I also grew up in Central Florida. That.
What is that supposed to mean? You're used to seeing bunda?
I'm used to seeing the chase that a lot of guys from Florida want is Hispanic women. Latinas is the big thing. So it's just
not any fucking more, where there's going to be none of us left.
Yeah.
You guys better start adapting quick, because there's not going to be any more of us left. We're going to go extinct.
No, but let me finish though, because you almost cut me off, and that made me sound terrible. I'm saying that I don't know, that her vibe, her look is just very what women who don't look like her are trying to look like.
Of course.
And so I don't know, it just
tan, dark hair, good skin, big bunda. That's what of course everyone would want to look like that.
Maybe it's a personality thing. I don't like that.
But she's only been on one episode. We don't really know. We don't know how much about her. We don't know much about her.
I maybe what I'm trying to say is I want somebody that's memorable. I want somebody.
Shorty memorable.
I want somebody on the show that's gonna.
When she entered the villa, I'll never forget that for the rest of my life. And Meg Thee Stallion being on.
That was pretty sick.
Queen, an icon.
Also pretty mid. Just
you're being ridiculous. People are gonna hear you say this and be like, "You're dating one of the ugliest women I've ever seen in my life," and you're calling Andrina and Meg Thee Stallion average.
Don't ever talk about my girlfriend like that ever again in my life. I'll literally kill you. I'll come across this couch.
Meg Thee Stallion is one of the most beautiful women to ever walk this earth. You'll rip this whole production down.
I'll rip it all down.
You'll rip this whole 2 Amazon lights. You'll rip it all down.
Yeah. Hey, we're doing all right. There's people who are doing nothing, bro. They'd be recording off their Android.
Hey, but you know what? They're still recording.
Hey, put your content out, bro.
And that's on period.
Post your content.
Post
20
your content.
times a day. You need to be posting that fucking bitch. God, man.
20 times. And yeah, that's also crazy, because people are saying post your content, post your content. I can't post my content. I'll get canceled. The amount of drafts that I have in my TikTok of me saying the most unhinged things, I look insane, crazy faces. It's bad. And the one video, this is what's going to make me go bonkers. The one video that I've only ever had go viral on TikTok, I've only had one. The sound got taken down.
Oh, the one of you doing your makeup, right? Well, yeah.
So then it's just me lip singing to absolutely nothing. So then I tried to find a sound that was of the same song, and it's completely off. Doesn't make any sense. And it's now it's not hitting.
My best TikTok I've ever done was of you. It was
of me?
In the car with the McDonald's watch.
Oh yeah, my Barbie watch. I still have that thing.
Do you really?
Yeah, I'm never
getting in your car?
Yes, I'm never getting rid of it.
That was the first day you got your car.
Was it?
Yeah.
No, we were going to Daytona or something.
It was a week after you got your car.
Really?
Yeah.
That little car has been through it already. She gone.
She been there and back.
I bought that car in the most perfect condition, pristine. There's French fry stains. I didn't even know French fries could stain things.
Say, how do you
they literally do. Potatoes will stain.
Potatoes
Are staining black things.
Yeah, I can't even imagine how you could get a potato to stain something, but you would figure it out.
Yeah, there have been so many stomped fries in that car that I mean, I may as well just get a French fry pattern for my mats.
Why? Like, why are you not eating?
Because I'm eating fries.
Like, but you're dropping them.
I'm dropping them.
Got it.
Because I'm like
don't make that face. Don't do
I'm literally, I have because this is what I do. It's like,
They're gonna like AI generate that into something. Like,
oh, I'm sure that's right. Yeah. Literally no one's AI generating me. I hate whenever people are like, oh, they're AI generating no one, Amanda, no one's AI generating you on anything. I promise.
Amanda?
Yeah, like just a random like just a random person. It's like, oh my god, they're AI generating my content.
No, they really are.
Of course they are, but you look like every other person in the world. If they AI generated you, you look like every porn star that's ever existed. You're not special, honey. I don't understand why people are like so concerned with AI. They're not looking at you. They're AI generating people that have an OnlyFans or like have this like thing. You have 264 followers. Literally no one's AI generating you.
Yeah, but there's a guy in
that's so it's so
the martial arts community
like
there's a guy in the martial arts community that was doing that to girls that had 1,000
oh my god, can we please talk about that?
Yeah, it's now it's
public info.
I do no, it's not because it's public info that he had a weird relationship and he was being like not aggressive but just like pushy with girls like at the gym, which is super weird. I'm not like
obviously
it's super strange, like especially because he's famous to them. Like you got to realize that like to most people,
and that like besides the AI thing, that happens more than it should.
That's what I was just
obviously
gonna say. The reason I don't care about the AI thing is because one, it's not proven, and I'm not like trying to stick up for him. It's just that like I'm not gonna like say something that's not true about somebody and stand on it. Like I'll say like I heard this and like that's weird.
Yeah, well we can just say alleged because like this
because I've coincidentally, which we won't get into that on this, but I've in other parts of my life said that I thought that something coincidentally was weird about somebody, and when I told it to somebody else, I was like, I think this person did this and it would make sense because they have the ability to, but
and it was true,
but I can't prove it.
Well,
so I'm not gonna like spread that.
Say that it happened.
But I'll tell people. I'll be like, I think J-Rod, who's that guy? I'll be like, I think that he did that because other people are saying that he did, but there's no like screenshots. Now what there is he got fired from his job and removed from his gym because he 100% was making women feel uncomfortable. And however you do that, I don't give a fuck what it is, whether it's you're a little bit too sexual, not a little bit. Yeah,
like whether it's verbal,
you're sexual
physical, anything.
I mean, they're at a gym. So like if the girl isn't like flirting with you and like I firmly believe that there's societal norms that like are in place for a reason. And like if we're at the gym and like there's no gym to me where a man can start a romantic conversation with a woman. I know that sounds sexist, but I don't think that it's acceptable for a man to approach a woman at the gym. That's a safe place for them to work out. But I do think it's completely acceptable for a woman to approach a man at the gym. Now, do I think that it's like
one of those things that's tough because it's like I do understand what you're saying and I do agree to a point, but I also think that like if you're using the gym to meet people, that's already like a little bit weird because when you sign up for a gym membership, you're not consenting to like socializing, right? Like I don't believe that you signing up for Planet Fitness is you consenting to a social environment. When you walk into a bar or a restaurant or Publix or things like that, you're consenting to a socialization of people of some sort. Yep. Does it have to be romantic? Obviously not. But that's different.
But by saying that, using that argument, you are pseudo blaming women. And I'm not
I'm not blaming women.
Again, let me finish. I'm not going to like say you're blaming women. I'm saying that it's a slippery slope. Here is you didn't accept a social environment, and at the bottom of this slope is you took your headphones off anyway. See what I'm saying? Like if what you're saying is true, if what you're saying is true, like, oh, well, like when I signed up for Planet Fitness, I didn't sign up for a social environment where men are allowed to approach me like I went to a bar, right?
Right.
Well, if you're lifting weights and a man walks up to you and goes, hey, excuse me, and you have headphones on and you take your headphone out to be like,
because that's respectful. Because they may say, hey, are you almost done with this? Again, you know what I mean? Like that's normal.
But then when you cite that I didn't sign up for a social environment, it sounds convoluted because it's like you chose to talk to that person. Now, of course,
I don't mean social environment where zero verbal contact is happening. I don't mean that. I mean social environment where people are interacting with you above what you're doing there. Right? Like if you go to Publix, you walk into a Publix, you're obviously consenting to grocery shopping. You are shopping, you are consenting to having interactions with the employees and other people. If you need to say, excuse me, that's common sense. And same thing with gym. There are people that are there. It is a public gym, so you're consenting to a gym relationship with people. Hey, are you almost done with this machine? You need to ask the employee for something. You need to go to the bathroom and you're waiting for someone in there. You're consenting to all that because that's common sense. But when you walk into a bar, you may be consenting to socialization in a different form where you're communicating in a personal level. And I don't think that you signing up for a gym membership of any sort, whether it be MMA, kickboxing, Pilates, a regular gym membership, any of that, you're consenting to a personal social relationship, right? Like that is up to the person. Do I believe women, it's more okay for a woman to approach a man than it is for a man to approach a woman? Yes.
Everywhere.
but only because men can handle themselves. Women can't always handle themselves.
I think it's
if it's 2 a.m. and you go to the gym and there's one other guy there and he comes up to talk to you, that immediately makes a woman uncomfortable.
Of course.
Even just going there and him being there makes you uncomfortable, which sucks and is so annoying. But like, it is the truth. I don't go to gyms during those hours alone. I don't like going to the gym alone in general because those things are uncomfortable.
It's just a difference of opportunity.
Versus like if a woman is working out in the gym, she's on the treadmill, and a guy walks in at 1 a.m., it's only her, and he walks in, he doesn't give a fuck. It doesn't make him think anything. Doesn't feel uncomfortable. He's happy. Like, oh shit, there's a bitch here. Hopefully she got a fat ass. That's what men are thinking because y'all are weirdos. But like, that's literally how you think. Versus, it's not the same for women because men are a safety risk. Whether people want to admit it or not, for women, a man is a safety risk.
Well, and even if it's like not known that he's a safety risk, I still understand being protective. Like we still lock our cars even though we're in, whatever.
Of course, because you guys are more fearful of other men than women. And that's just how it is. It's people can sit here and say whatever the fuck they want. That's just the truth. And that's just how it is. But I also think that like when you go to the lengths of obviously making a woman uncomfortable, I feel like there are clear signs. Like the line is pretty fucking thick of what's uncomfortable and what's not uncomfortable. And if you cross over that thick line, you deserve to get kicked out. I mean, you're being a weirdo and it's so easy to be normal.
But I also think that like,
you can smile, you can say wave.
100% have the ability to completely ignore them. Like that's the difference in what I was trying to explain is that jiu-jitsu is not like that. Like,
well, yeah, because it's like very physical.
You have to be taught. No, I mean, first of all, like it's a 2-person sport. Like you have to do it with someone else.
Yeah,
like, at least one other person. Second of all, even if you only wanted to go to like roll and you don't want to like learn and converse with people because rolling is silent. Like you shouldn't talk. I mean, some people do because they're good friends or whatever. But like 99%,
it's a lot of grunting.
They're just silent. You're just rolling, a lot of heavy breathing. But then there's times where like you're learning, like, and you have a partner and they're teaching something or whatever.
Of course.
And so like there's I think that you are 100%. I think you are actually signing up for a social environment, but now you get to choose your level.
You are whenever you're consenting to signing up to do MMA co-ed. Anytime someone signs up to do co-ed anything, you are very aware of what's going on. And if you're not, you need to speak to someone to become very aware. Yeah. Especially with things like that. If I sign up to go play softball and it's co-ed, meaning there are men on my team and I'm playing against men, you're consenting to that. Right. If you don't want that, then you have to have women things, and that's why those things exist. Female, comedy shows, female MMA classes, female Pilates only, female gyms only, because that's what you want. And we should have the ability to do that without it being triple the fucking price like some of these places do, which is so fucking annoying.
But it was the point of like that guy that is at the gym. I know we got into like all gyms, but like specifically the guy.
This was an MMA gym that is co-ed.
Again, you can't say that like him talking to them was him making them uncomfortable. And that's what I'm saying is my point, is that like even in gyms where like socialization and communication is a necessity of the gym.
You have to talk.
Because like you could go to a spin class and not talk to a soul. You could go to a yoga class, not talk to a soul. You could go, there's very few,
because it's a 1-person thing.
Very few gym environments that are actually require, it's almost only sports
Yeah, that's
require
what I mean, like
communication,
sports.
right? And even some of those, like if you play football and you play on the offensive line, you don't need to, like, there's communication with other linemen or whatever, but like you could like not even talk to the defensive player for the entire team, like the entire game. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's the same thing in jiu-jitsu. Like we might cross paths. There might be a time where we're forced to, and we do have a women's class, so like that helps. But all I'm saying is that like, I think it's even less acceptable that in an environment where it is forced, where you have to communicate with them, that you made them feel uncomfortable. Because like what you're saying is there's a lot of like discomfort just in like body language and things like that at the gym. If a guy comes and works out next to you when he could have worked out not
two
next
machines
to you,
over, yeah,
then it's weird. And in jiu-jitsu, it's like a lot of that shit's muddied because like I'm grabbing you and we're rolling and I have to look you in your eyes when I'm talking to you because I'm teaching you something, or you're teaching me something, or we're talking about something that we're learning together. So like there's an interpersonal like, communication style that has to develop when you're doing jiu-jitsu.
And that's why like I think that majority of the women that do it that aren't trying to be professional go to female only classes.
You'll see that like women that train jiu-jitsu and like are married and like would never let a man, like, you know what I mean? They're very just strong in their ways and like they're never going to let somebody make them uncomfortable. They would tell someone, they wouldn't like get to that point.
They can hold their own.
They don't even act like it's even a thing because they know that they're safe, you know what I mean? But then it's
But we got off on this because we were talking about AI and like how it's like you like in specific instances you think that you're safe even though he was making people uncomfortable. Obviously like that happened and people were aware it was happening, and I'm sure that's like a super awkward, like really uncomfortable thing because of who it was. Obviously that's so like traumatic because like people look up to like this person and they have a following and it's like fuck,
but even
like
if how could this
even be true? You know what I mean?
If he wasn't doing that, if you are in a gym with women and you are doing enough to make them uncomfortable, it doesn't have to be that bad. It is that bad. I mean, if that's true, bro, like you should be in jail, in my opinion. Like that's fucked. You're a weirdo. Like total strange weirdo. Like I've never even heard of somebody doing some shit like that. You got me fucked up. But if it's like even less, I still feel the exact same way. If it's like, oh well, J-Rod made fucking like weird sexual comments or he
weird.
DM'd
You're
girls,
out.
What are you doing?
Out.
What are you doing at 1:30 a.m.? Even if he didn't send a picture or didn't say anything, if you send a what you doing text to a woman that you don't really know like that and she's forced to train with you because she trains in the same building as you and you guys are both pros, you're a fucking weirdo, dude.
And it's also like it brings in the conversation too because you're paying to be there.
Let me finish real quick. I'm just like I'm almost done with the point because like the real like thing is that like I train with so many women that like I know that women are weird with certain guys. Like you can tell women don't roll with certain men and it's like, what the fuck are you doing? I am tattooed, tall, muscular, bald. I look like a cop. I'm like every like woman who doesn't trust men's like worst optic nightmare. You know what I mean? Like I don't look like I would be like a super nice jolly guy. You know what I mean? It's like
you do though. Like you always say that, but you do.
I'm just saying that like if you had to like ask like what men who aren't nice to women look like, more of them are going to say like, oh, like a bald fucking white dude. You know what I mean? Like that's going to happen a lot. You know what I mean? Because they're fucking creeps and it sucks. But then at the same time, it's like I've met women at the gym where it's like they are there for a couple weeks and
then they stop coming.
No, I'm saying the opposite. Like they kept coming, but you can tell that they're hesitant to roll with certain men. And it's like really weird because it's like.
Because you're wondering like why they did that?
I know they didn't do anything wrong, but it's like, what are you doing with your body language? What are you saying? What kind of eye contact are you making? Like
you're saying this about men?
Yeah. Why are they not rolling with you? Like
like what are they doing to make women uncomfortable?
Like I can think of somebody in my head. I'm not going to say their name, but like I can think of someone in my head that it's happened multiple times. And it's like, are you just rolling too hard? Like, do you treat them like a guy and then they don't want to roll with you because you're like grabbing the shit out of them or whatever? You know?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you have to think they're also there to have fun. Like everyone's there to have fun. You know what I mean? So it's like obviously they're not
comfortable to know that the reason that some of them do that is because they feel like the guy has the ulterior motive.
Yes,
that pisses me off to a certain extent. So if you're even doing
and it happens more often than people would like to admit, especially men, because it's like fuck, you don't want to think that about your friends or people that you look up to or like you know whatever. But like it's the truth. It's just, it is how it is, and it really sucks. And that's why like Men's Mental Health Awareness Month is super important, because that stuff really happens way, way, way more often than you can even fathom. And like Yeah, like, I mean, the fact that, like, you know, things like that happen and it slips through the cracks or it goes, you know, people don't know. And, like, the instance of, like, it being alleged is also, like, sucks because there's no, like, proof about the AI thing where, like, people are using photos of you, like, that you post on Instagram or pictures of you, you know, at a gym or at a Walmart or something, and people are taking photos of you without your consent, or so pictures of you that you put on Instagram that you didn't consent to being sexualized. That's though. The weird one, yeah. And they're putting it into AI and creating pornography with these photos. And like, it brings in the whole thing too, like about children being put on TikTok. That's like a huge controversy with Miss Shirley and like, you know, boots on the ground and her like dancing that way. Like we had gotten to a tiff about it, like not me and you, but like over the concept, because it's like, I believe in children innocence, and I believe that people should be able to post their children doing funny things. Look at America's Funniest Home Videos. That brought the world together. Like that's one of the biggest shows in the entire world.
Not throwing ass. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but it's still, there's like kids in Pampers dancing funny, and like there's videos like that. And never in a million years in the early 2000s did anyone ever like say they should be canceled because they're putting videos.
No, I'm pretty sure that like they weren't showing like kids with their shirt off. Like,
yes, they were. There's funny videos all the time about things like 90s,
that. I'm saying that that ended quickly, and I'm not disagreeing with you by saying that. I'm just saying that like,
but it's like different now because of these like because child predators and that stuff is so bad nowadays because of all of these things in TV and AI and all of these black market and, you know, dark web videos and websites and things. And because child trafficking is such a big issue, people have to be more weary of it because it is for sure happening. Like there's no reason why on TikTok, like Ren and Jacqueline is a great example. And tap in if you know who I'm talking about. It's a mom and a daughter who like, her daughter's extremely famous on TikTok for a ton of different videos. She'll give her like a lime and she'll like make weird faces and she does funny stuff. She's very cute, big blue eyes, a gorgeous, cute little girl. Like she's so funny, does funny videos. Like she'll let her like take a jug of milk and say, okay, pour yourself a cup, and she'll spill it everywhere. Like funny videos like that. Yeah. But then there will be like these videos that the mom was posting that just makes you feel weird, and like her eating a popsicle like at a up angle and like a very weird video, and I don't care what anyone says, that's odd. Yeah. Why are you posting your child in a very like we know I don't even want to say sexual way because that makes me so sick, but like that is what it's giving. 100%. Like it's weird. And same thing like with Miss Shirley. Like
it's the nuanced sexual things that your parents would have told you not to do if the social media camera wasn't on you.
Yeah.
Me and you like, talked about this.
It's giving like it's giving uncomfortable. And like yes, the essence of the video is innocent, and I don't like when people take things that are innocent and make them weird. I really despise that because there are parts of it that are innocent. Same thing like with the whole Miss Shirley thing. Like it doesn't register to me because I'm like, she's being funny. She's a cute little girl that has a big personality and she's dancing crazy and that's what she wants to do. Right. Because she has that personality, let her. But at the same time, like you were saying, there's an essence of it that's like when she was doing the like ass, what was she doing? Ass, tits, lips, face, like that dance, and then like doing that, and she's literally like 3.
Yeah. So for me, like
it's a little weird.
I think back on like when you would hear those like stories of people talking about like when I was 15, my mom would tell me I couldn't wear shorts around my uncle.
Yes.
And it's like, and so like for me, right, that's like a really gross dramatization of the actual point, which is what happened with Miss Shirley, is like things are not sexualized until you sexualize them, right?
Right.
And so like,
and people are
dancing isn't sexual, but dancing in a way that makes it look like sex is sexual. If you are shaking ass towards a human being, that is something that happens.
And they're children. They're just doing it because it's like, making their parents laugh and like happy. Right, you know what I mean?
The main point is that like, if you weren't famous and there wasn't this whole like, wow, that's going to go viral, let's keep this up. What would really be happening would be like, hey, don't do that around people. Like, you know, like to me, it's like a little kid who sees a comic on, like somebody left the TV on and a comic goes like that, right?
Yeah.
And then a little 7-year-old's like, right? what you would do is be like, hey, don't do that. Like, don't do that. Like, and they don't understand, but you tell them, hey, don't do that. Like, we don't do that. It's not good. You like, that's gross. And that's adult stuff. Right. Mm-hmm. To me, it's the exact same thing as like a little kid twerking, because they're both sexual things. Like twerking is, and I know it's just a dance, and I know it's just like,
yeah. And like the kids don't obviously like, they don't understand
shaking
like,
your
what
ass up and down, like in that way is what a woman does when she's fucking a guy. Like that is unfortunately the reality of the movement, right? Which is the same thing as this. Like it's just unfortunately the reality of the movement. That's why the shake weight thing got such a weird meme going, and why like you can like they have the memes where like somebody's turned around and they're shaking a can of something, and then they're like and then they come over and it's like not. To
but
me,
like
that,
also like
that's not sexualized until somebody sexualizes it, right? So, for instance, the popsicle eating thing. We know that if it was fucking Megan Fox on her Instagram and it was a 0.5 photo from right here and she has this popsicle in her mouth and she's looking up like this, we know that is phallic, and that we're like talking, like we are attracted to that photography or to that aesthetic.
Yeah, it's meant to be sexual. Yeah.
Right? And so eating a popsicle is not sexual. You could have taken the picture of your daughter like this. You could have taken the picture of her from below and like not done that. But we know what you're doing.
And it's not even photos, it's videos. And that's like what I'm saying
is that if she wasn't on TikTok, right? If it wasn't that, and I sent my mom that photo of my daughter, like, and she's like, and I'm just sharing it with her, I'm not posting on Facebook, she's gonna be like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Not even. I think if you're just sending it to your family, it is what it is. But when you're posting it for millions of people to see on TikTok and a video, and like, it's not just that, it's like, it'll be like honey squirting out and going on her face. Like, it's very weird. Right. And like, I hate talking about it and I hate seeing it because it makes me so uncomfortable. Yeah. And I hate that people are like, you know, I hate that it's like, cause this controversy, because it's like, fuck, you don't want to believe that a parent would do that to their child and exploit their child like that. You don't want to believe that. But then it's like you see all these things and it's like, it's hard not to believe that, but you don't want to believe it. You know what I mean? And it's like the same thing like with Miss Shirley's mom. It's like, you know, it's a very innocent and cute, and she's line dancing and she's dressing so cute and she's such a funny, like, great personality girl. You know what I mean? Like, she's going to be so talented when she gets older, and dancing and singing, whatever she does, she's going to be famous because she has that personality. And I believe that some children are just like, what are they called? They
have an outward personality.
But not that, when they're a prodigy. I believe that some kids are like that one child that was on a Steve Harvey show and was a preacher and was singing like gospel music, like a whole grown ass man that's been living with the Lord for 50 years. You know what I mean? Like,
children are just really good at copying.
They have that. Really, and that's what I mean. She's copying. But it's like, you're copying music videos from Glorilla. Like,
that's the thing.
You shouldn't be copying that.
The reason but that's the whole essence of this entire thing, is that we know you're going to copy. But it's our job to tell you, hey, like, you can't copy that, right? And like, before social media, before the internet, before all this, like, if you lived in the 50s, right, it was uncommon for you to see some adult shit. You know what I mean?
Of course.
But if it happened and you asked your parents, they fucking sugarcoated it. And they told you, or they lied to you, or they did whatever they needed to do to preserve your innocence, right? I don't give a fuck if you haven't explained to your kid, or like, if you have explained it to them and you're like, oh, well, it's just a dance. They're going to have a weird idea of that thing when they're older. I explained this to you when we talked about it off camera like weeks ago or whatever. But like, imagine a little girl did that hand movement and you didn't explain it to her. You didn't tell her, we don't do that. That's an adult thing. She kept doing it. You encourage
her to do it. You take videos of it, right? And you post it on Facebook, and then she's older.
This is just crass and weird, but like, when she's an adult and she's actually doing that thing, that's going to be traumatic, bro. She's going to think about like, what the fuck? I was 6. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
and then it's like, also like, it's not only that, but then like you see on TikTok, right? And like on Instagram and stuff, like specifically about Jacqueline and Ren, this like little girl that I was talking about before Boots on the Ground, before Miss Shirley, that girl, then you see like all of these fan pages that people are making of her, weird. Of all these pictures. Ugh. And then you read the comments.
And it's like, yeah, like the face. Yeah.
And you don't even want to think. It's all like in different languages, but when you get it translated, disgusting. Yeah, I mean, you're mortified. Why does this video of this girl, like, that she had a funny squishing ball that squirted gel in her face. Why does that have 2.3 million saves and only 10K likes?
Yeah.
I mean, let's just do the math.
Yeah,
like, why are people downloading the video? You're a weirdo. And you can see those analytics and you keep posting and you keep doing it and you're perpetuating it because you're making money. You're sick. I'm sorry, but you're sick. You can't be that oblivious to what's going on.
100%. And
you can't be. It's everywhere. There's shows and movies and all these things.
Knowledge, the only thing it could be is that you're making money off of it and you don't want to lose the money.
Of course.
That makes it 10 times worse.
Yeah.
That you're
fine with exploiting your child for money. And it's the same thing
me back
of
to
why.
Amanda Bynes.
Exactly.
I'd rather
that's literally what I was just going to say.
You just exploit their talent for money than their.
But it's not even that. Like, you bringing up Amanda Bynes is a perfect example of what I'm talking about, because Dan Schneider, look at this huge documentary and all these things that came out about Dan Schneider and them picking up hot dogs with their feet and putting it in their mouth, and like the peanut butter getting stuck on their mouth and them like licking, and the close-up angles and the weird shit that he made them do. Like Sam and Cat and iCarly and all of, you remember that. The Amanda Bynes show, all the weird sexual innuendo shit that he made these underage girls and boys do for television. And to children, it's fun, cutesy, funny. But to adults now, you're watching it and you're like, that's really weird. Why are two 14-year-old girls sucking each other's feet?
Disgusting, bro. But yeah, we could talk about that for literally days and days and days. But
yeah, it really fucking sucks. It's sick and demented. And I hate that, like, it's happening, and like social media is just getting so bad now. Like, especially like with the whole Love Island thing, like that's just like bringing all of it into the light, I think. Like, not the children exploitation, like obviously that's a huge issue. And like Miss Shirley is a perfect example of what's been going on. And then like Love Island, you hearing about people killing themselves after being on these reality shows because they're getting so much hate, and like their lives are being exploited, and people are digging up things from their past, and like, you know, unconsensual videos that they sent somebody in private, you know, that they were talking to is getting posted, and it's like, it's sick. Like,
and that's been
so
going on, but
up.
now with all the new technology with the AI and stuff, it's definitely scarier.
Yeah, and that's what people are talking about, like the children thing. Like, people are AIing videos of kids, and it's like, that's just so, like, we need to take Colorado Pet Patrol and we need to times them by 20,000 and
fund
just
them. Fund the Pet Patrol.
Yeah, like defund the police, fund Colorado Pet Patrol, because it's apparently,
because that's the only way to do it. But
yeah.
Laugh Till You Cry comedy show at Constant Pressure Tattoo. Sorry, this is a weird ending, but we are out of time. But yeah, Constant Pressure Tattoo, June 27th, Friday at 7 p.m. We're doing a comedy show, and you could win a free tattoo if you buy tickets.
It's going to be stand-up comedy, live tattooing at the same time, 7 p.m.
in downtown Melbourne at Constant Pressure.
Downtown Melbourne.
Follow Jake.Whitmeyer on Instagram. Follow Selena.Ubias on Instagram. Follow Unstable Creatures on podcast on Instagram. And catch me at the show.
Bye.
Watermelon goblin size of King Kong. Watermelon goblin size of King Kong. Glasses shattering, million fractions on my face. I can't seem to put them back together in one place. Fractured on my fingers, swollen tongue is out of taste. Cut down all my trees, I'm catching monsters by the lake. I hope I'm not wrong. I hope I'm not wrong.